preambles to supplementaries, please, starting with Drumheller-Stetler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, the tourism minister mocked my concerns over lavish government expenses. Now, no one in the opposition is suggesting that the CEO of Travel Alberta wear coveralls, but we question why someone who is paid $390,000 a year needs us to rent him a suit. To the minister, help me out here. We pay bureaucrats exorbitant wages, and you're telling us that taxpayers should dress them as well? Why?
Honourable Minister of Tourism.
Mr. Speaker, I'll answer the question as best I can. Travel Alberta plays an absolutely vital role in supporting our $7.8 billion tourism industry. They are an agency that has been used as a model for provincial marketing agencies across Canada, and I'm very proud of the fact that they've won national and international awards. That said, Mr. Speaker, I am very concerned about any suggestion of any possible inappropriate expenditures, and yesterday instructed Travel Alberta to conduct a full and complete review of all expenditures to ensure that they comply with our expense disclosure policy.
Honourable member for supplementary.
Well, thank you, Mr. Minister. Given that Travel Alberta lavishes themselves with $1,000 dinners at Canmore restaurants, including paying $99 for a rib steak, and given that Alberta beef producers know that a $99 steak is incredibly extravagant and wasteful when expensing to taxpayers, will the minister establish reasonable policies for expensing these dinners so that average, hard-working Albertans will not be gouged by these officials?
Well, Mr. Speaker, in fact, policies are in place with regards to expense disclosure, and in fact, all of those expenses are public because of the expense disclosure policy that was introduced by this government in September of 2012, the most open expense disclosure policy in the country. No, it is the gold standard, as a matter of fact. Mr. Speaker, we are conducting a complete and full review. I expect that review to, if it doesn't cover any inappropriate expenditures, that those will be reconciled and that there will be no further ones going forward.
Final supplemental.
They're entitled to their entitlements. Given that we have first-class tickets to Singapore, $2,000 dinners, $99 rib steaks, $390 in alcoholic drinks, and $150 tax rentals expensed by this $390,000 employee, will the minister commit to ending these outrageous entitlement policies?
Mr. Speaker, as I've already committed, Travel Alberta is conducting a full and complete review of all expenditures to make sure that they are in line with expense disclosure policies. I will also commit, Mr. Speaker, to supporting the vital work that Travel Alberta does as an award-winning provincial travel marketing agency, not the agency that these folks want to cut 80% of their budget by, which would decimate the travel industry and the 139,000 jobs we have in this province in tourism.